Today is a pretty exciting day in the world of all things Cricut. We have 3 brand new Cricut heat presses that were just announced, and I was lucky enough to get early access to all of them. So I have been secretly testing them out, creating tons of tutorials, and putting together some really helpful tips and tricks. If you're new here, then welcome to Sweet Red Poppy. I'm Kim, and if you love all things Cricut, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I cover every single new product that Cricut releases. I share step-by-step tutorials and free SVG files, and I want to help you get the very most out of your Cricut machine. I also offer a Cricut book and a full Cricut online course. Now today I am going to give you a quick overview of each heat press and share everything that you need to know about these brand new releases. Now, in addition to this video, I'm also going to be sharing some step-by-step tutorial videos for each individual heat press, and I'm going to really go in depth with each press. First up, we have the Cricut Hat Press. Next, we have our Cricut EasyPress 3, and then finally we have the creme de la creme, the king of the heat presses, the Autopress. Now, in addition to the 3 new heat presses, Cricut also launched a brand new interactive app, and that is called Cricut Heat. Now, trust me, this app is going to be your new best friend. Now, to make this extra easy for you, I have included some timestamps and chapters for this video. That way, if there's something that you're excited about learning about right now, you can find exactly what you're looking for. If there's a certain product that you really want to learn about, feel free to skip to that part of the video, and you'll just want to use the chapters that are listed below this video. Let's go ahead and dive right in with our Cricut Hat Press. So what exactly is the Cricut Hat Press? The Cricut Hat Press is going to allow you to make a variety of professional quality hats from the comfort of your own home. It has Bluetooth connectivity via the Cricut Heat App. Now, this press features a rounded heating plate that is designed to work specifically with hats. And our heat plate has a coating of protection, which is going to allow it to really easily glide along the surface of the material, which is really important because when you are using your Cricut hat press, it requires a steady back and forth movement throughout the pressing process. Now, the Cricut hat press is going to be available for purchase online on Sunday, March 13th. And it will then be available in stores for purchase on May 1st. The Cricut Hat Press includes the following items within this box. First off, we have our Cricut Hat Press, our safety base, the Cricut Hat Pressing Form, a practice iron-on design, strong heat-resistant tape, a quick start guide, and a user guide. The Cricut Hat Press is going to be available for purchase online on March 13th for $149.99. So let's go ahead and cover some of the key features of this new product. The Cricut Hat Press features 3 different temperature settings, and this is what's going to help you to achieve flawless transfers with a variety of different materials as well as different bases. First off, we have our low setting, which is 255 degrees Fahrenheit to 295 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, this setting is really meant to be used with base materials that are a little bit more sensitive to heat, and it should be used typically with a 60-second timer. Next up, we have our medium temperature setting. Now, this is 300 degrees Fahrenheit to 355 degrees Fahrenheit. This is going to be our primary setting that's used with the most heat transfer materials. So that's going to be things like iron-on, and it should be used with a 60-second timer. Last up, we have our high temperature, which is 360 degrees Fahrenheit to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, this is going to be compatible with sublimation like infusible ink, as well as some more of those heavy-duty base materials that really need a higher temperature. Typically, this is going to be used with a timer of 90 seconds. While each setting has a small range of temperatures that it encompasses, the Cricut Hat Press is not going to fluctuate within that range during the pressing process. Each specific material has a specific temperature, and that has been thoroughly tested, and the Cricut Hat Press is going to maintain a consistent temperature throughout your entire press. Now, this exactness is one of the things that really sets Cricut apart from any other heat presses that are currently on the market. Now, this little Cricut Hat Press weighs approximately 2.5 pounds or 1.09 kilograms, and it measures 4.3 inches in diameter by 6.5 inches in width and 5.1 inches in height. For safety purposes, the Cricut Hat Press comes equipped with an auto off feature. Now, this is one of my favorite things about Cricut heat presses because as a busy mom who regrettably tends to get distracted while crafting, I really appreciate that this will shut off after 13 minutes of inactivity. Now, your Cricut hat press will give you a warning beep about 30 seconds before it shuts off. The Cricut hat press is compatible with Cricut's newest app, which is Cricut Heat. So let's go ahead and cover that. So what's so special about the Cricut Heat app? We already have design space, so you might be wondering why we need yet another app. The Cricut Heat app is designed to be your heat press companion. This app really is going to remove any room for error or mistakes because it provides you with precise settings, and those settings have been thoroughly tested. It also is going to give you a step-by-step instruction for every product that you're making. With the Cricut Heat app, you will be guided through the heat transfer process from the moment that you preheat your base all the way to the moment that you peel away your backing and reveal your DIY customized project. The Cricut Heat app is really going to take the guesswork out of creating projects with iron-on as well as infusible ink. Within this handy little app is everything that you need to know to successfully complete a project as well as get really great results. Now, you might be wondering how the Cricut Heat app does this, and it is going to accomplish this by allowing you to input your specific base material, as well as the transfer material that you're planning on applying it to, and then it's also going to take into account your surface that you'll be pressing on. While these may not seem significant individually, when you add all three of these factors together, there's actually quite a bit of room for error. The Cricut Heat app provides a step-by-step guide. The Cricut Heat app is going to eliminate the guesswork by providing you with the perfect settings, ones that have already been thoroughly tested by the Cricut team. It is even going to guide you through the entire process step by step. What that means for you is no more wondering if you need to be using butcher paper on this project, or trying to guess if maybe you should be applying tape, or even having to press your project over and over until it's done. The Cricut Heat app is a free download, and this app can be found in the Apple App Store. It can also be found in the Google Play Store. iOS and Android devices can download the Cricut Heat app as long as they meet the same system requirements that are required for downloading Design Space. Now, your compatible heat presses must be activated before you can use them. Now, activation is going to require downloading the Cricut Heat app and following the prompts. I promise it's really simple. Activation will then allow the heat press to have the latest firmware. Now, if you want, your Cricut heat presses can be used without the Cricut Heat app, but it's not recommended by Cricut. Now, you might be wondering what products are going to be compatible with the Cricut Hat Press. Cricut currently offers 2 different hat blanks that are compatible with this press. Now, the first hat that we have is a blank ball cap that's gray, and this is made of a polyester and cotton mix. It's 80% polyester and 20% cotton. Our second blank is this black and white trucker hat. This hat features a black mesh backing with a white front. This is made completely of 100% polyester. Now, both of these caps have gone through rigorous testing, so they are designed to be compatible with both iron-on as well as infusible ink or sublimation. Now, since both of these are compatible with sublimation, it means that they can withstand the heat of 400 degrees Fahrenheit without melting. While the main part, which is going to be the front part of our hat, can resist that 400 degrees of heat, the bill of the cap, this part, is not rated for this, so you will want to avoid applying infusible ink or even iron-on to the bill because it could damage it if it becomes too hot. Now, our Cricut hat blanks are going to retail for $9.99 each. There's also going to be 2 different options to purchase the hats in packs online. The first option is going to be a 3-pack, and that's going to retail for $19.99. And then the second option is a 12-pack for $69.99. In addition to the hat blanks, Cricut is also going to be selling this strong heat-resistant tape, and that's going to retail for $6.99. Now, this is a specific heat-resistant tape that was designed to be used in conjunction with the hat press, and it's designed for curved surfaces, and it's supposed to create a seamless process. Now, it has a stronger hold than the blue infusible ink tape that you may have used before. It also has a thicker width that is meant to be used specifically with the hat press. Of course, you can always use your own generic products like these with Cricut's hat presses, but it will require a little bit of testing on your end. Now, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about our Cricut hat pressing form. If you want to get the very best results when you're working with a curved surface, you really need a pressing form that has a rounded shape. What this rounded shape is going to do is it's going to protect the integrity of your hat. Now, this is going to prevent your hat from becoming deformed. It also allows for an even amount of heat to be applied and then distributed across the surface of your hat. The Cricut Hat pressing form was really created as the perfect partner to go with your Cricut Hat press. It's designed to perfectly fit the inside of a hat, and it's going to give you a firm pressing surface that is completely free of bumps or even air pockets, because those could negatively affect your transfer. Now, our little pressing form measures 6.5 inches in diameter, 5.2 inches in height, and 7.5 inches in width, and it weighs approximately 3 pounds. What's really neat about this form is actually what's on the inside. This little form is filled with walnut shells, which might sound a little weird, but walnut shells are actually an all-natural, biodegradable material, and they are extremely durable. So this is going to offer you water absorption while also having really great microbial resistance. I did a little research. Now, what that means for you is that your pressing form is going to be able to pull away moisture from your material, which helps you to ensure you have a dry pressing surface. It's also going to be able to reflect the heat back towards the item that you're pressing. This creates really the ideal environment when you're transferring a design to a base. Now, the exterior of the Cricut Hat pressing form is made up of 59% polyester and 41% cotton. The interior of the form is made of 91% walnut shells and 9% polyester. I'm going to go ahead and show you an image of the different layers of the Cricut Hat pressing form. For the very best results, do not wash, bleach, dry, or clean the hat pressing form. You really should avoid using any steam on this pressing form and instead opt for dry heat. Now, when you are creating your hat's design, it's really important that you keep your design smaller than 2.25 inches high by 4.25 inches wide. This is going to ensure that your design gets the right amount of heat while ensuring you get a smooth transfer with your press. If you want a step-by-step tutorial, plus a ton of tips and tricks, as well as a big bundle of free hat SVG files, be sure to watch out for my next video where I'm going to be covering how to use the Cricut Hat Press in depth. I'm going to also link to my blog post in the description of this video as soon as it's live. Next up, we have the Cricut Autopress. The Cricut Autopress is for anyone who wants to make more in less time while delivering professional level results. Now, you may be wondering, what is the Cricut Autopress? If you're looking to level up your heat press game, maybe scale up your production, start your own side hustle, or even sell your crafts, then the Cricut Autopress is perfect for you. The Cricut Autopress is a revolutionary automated heat press that has the perfect combination of both style as well as function. Now, this beautiful machine is so much more than just a pretty face. The Cricut Autopress is really going to take the guesswork out of creating, and it does that by utilizing different automatic features. Now, it auto-adjusts to your project's thickness, all the way up to 2 inches, and then it also auto-releases as soon as your pressing cycle has been completed. It even comes with pre-programmed, built-in presets for the most commonly used bases and material combinations. Now, the perfect amount of pressure, plus the precise amount of time and the exact temperature are all going to combine to create flawless transfers every single time. Now, you might be wondering what comes in our Cricut Autopress box. First off, we have the Cricut Autopress. You'll also have a Cricut Autopress mat. There is the control pod. We also have an instruction manual. Now, the Cricut Autopress will retail for $999.99, and it will be available for purchase exclusively from HSN through May 3rd through May 15th. After that, it will be available online from Cricut.com, as well as all of the other craft retailers after May 16th. Now, I would recommend that you purchase additional pressing mats. These can be purchased for $54.99, and I would recommend this because it's really going to speed up your process. While our Cricut EasyPress family is really great when it comes to portability, the Autopress really requires a dedicated space, and that's because of its size as well as its weight. The Autopress measures 16.6 inches in width, 6.62 inches in height, and 26.7 inches in depth, and it weighs in at just under 53 pounds. Now, because of the size of our Autopress as well as the weight, it does have some requirements when it comes to a pressing surface. For the best results, you will need a really sturdy table or counter space, and it's going to need to measure at least 22.5 inches deep And that's going to allow your machine to open to its fullest position. Now, when your Cricut Autopress is in the open position, you will have a height of 25.14 inches. Now, it can be stored in the locked position, and you can then store it vertically, and that can be behind a door, under a table, really wherever when it's not in use. Let's go ahead and cover some more details about what makes the Autopress unique. First off, you can make more in less time. Now with the Autopress, you're able to make more items in less time because of the automated as well as really thoughtful features. Safety was one of the biggest concerns with the Cricut Autopress. This machine uses certified temperature rated plastic. It also offers an auto off feature. It has an extra wide clearance of 65 degrees. Next up, we have our zero effort operation. Now, this means that the Autopress applies just the right amount of pressure to your project, and it only takes the pressure of 2 fingers to engage the motor. Now, as the Autopress closes, it's going to go from its 65-degree angle, and then it's going to stop right above the project, and it's going to go up and down for the last 2 inches before it makes contact with your project. You can see that right there. Now, what this does is it gives your project an even amount of both pressure and heat. While your Autopress is transferring your design, let's pretend that this is closed, I can actually be prepping another design right next to the machine, and really that's what I find nice about the feature is that this Autopress has an auto open function. So as soon as my press has been completed, it is going to automatically open. You don't have to sit there and babysit the press, which really allows you to prep your own project and create more projects in less time because, again, the automated features. Now, you probably are wondering what size is our Cricut Autopress heat plate. This heat plate is 15 inches by 12 inches. It also comes with a ceramic coated surface, and that's going to ensure that you have a stable pressing without any shifting. You're probably also wondering what is the max temperature of the Cricut Autopress. Now, this 15 by 12 inch heat plate can heat all the way up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, which makes it compatible with heat transfer vinyl like iron-on, as well as sublimation products like infusible ink. So, how long does the Cricut Autopress take to heat up? On average, the Cricut Autopress is going to take approximately 8 minutes to heat up, and that is a full heat all the way up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Personally, I recommend that you turn your heat press on and then you go and cut out your design or start preparing your transfer. That's going to give it a little bit of time to warm up. Next up, let's talk a little bit about the Cricut Autopress Control Pod. Unlike Cricut's other heat presses, this machine is not Bluetooth enabled and it's not compatible with the new Cricut Heat App. This specific product was designed more with the professional or advanced creator in mind, so it isn't going to offer the same step-by-step experience that you might need if you're a beginner starting with one of the EasyPresses. The Control Pod has 4 different presets, and those are pre-programmed with the most commonly used materials as well as bases. Now, if needed, you can change these presets to better fit your specific needs. Let's cover what the presets are. Number 1, we have the Sport, Flex, and Polyester setting. This is going to be 315 degrees, and it's going to press for 25 seconds. Preset number 2 is going to be a combination of Everyday Iron-On with cotton, and that is going to press at 315 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 seconds. Next up, we have preset number 3. That's going to be Glitter Iron-On with cotton, and that is 330 degrees Fahrenheit for a 25-second press. Finally, we have our 4th preset, which is a combination of infusible ink paired with polyester. That's going to be a 385 degree Fahrenheit press for 30 seconds. While this doesn't work with the Cricut Heat App, it does come with access to Cricut's Heat Guide, which is going to give you recommended settings for time, pressure, and pressing length, and this is based off of your base material as well as your transfer material. If you need to create your own preset, you can use the dial on the control pod to select your time as well as your temperature setting. You'll just want to press on your preset button, hold it for 3 seconds or until it beeps. After that beep, your control pod is now going to use your custom setting. These presets can be reset to factory settings if you need by pressing a paper clip inside the hole that's located on the bottom of our control pod. You might be wondering, why does the Cricut Autopress cost $1,000? And that's a great question. The Autopress was not designed as just a larger EasyPress. Honestly, it is a fully functional, professional-grade heat press, and it's designed to outperform every competitor within this price range that is currently on the market. The Cricut Autopress is not going to be the perfect fit for every Cricut crafter. It really was designed with an advanced crafter in mind, someone who makes products in large quantities, and someone who's looking for really professional results in less time. While it's designed for what I like to call a professional level crafter, that doesn't mean that it's hard to use. It's actually incredibly easy to use because, again, it's automated features. Those are going to eliminate all of the guesswork. Cricut really thought of everything when they were designing this product. In fact, they started designing it over 3 years ago, and it has gone through rigorous testing to best meet the needs of professional crafters. First off, the Cricut Autopress was designed to fully open to 65 degrees. Now, throughout the research process, Cricut found that many heat presses that are currently on the market didn't open wide enough, and this caused a variety of different problems. Anything from accidental burns to uneven pressing, as well as the need to kind of duck to get under your heat plate, which caused a lot of back strain for people that were making things on a professional level. Safety was also one of the biggest concerns when Cricut was creating the Autopress. This machine uses certified temperature-rated plastics. It also offers an auto-off feature, and it has advanced airflow, which allows it to manage its temperatures. It has, again, that extra wide clearance of 65 degrees. While the Autopress is great when it comes to t-shirts, totes, apparel, it's also compatible with other materials like wood signs or ceramic coasters. It can go up to 2 inches in thickness. So the Autopress is able to press thick materials evenly because of its really unique design. And that allows the heat press to switch from an angled close, you can see right here, to going in a straight up and down motion. Now, the Cricut Autopress was rigorously tested, and it was tested to withstand an immense amount of presses without having any issue. In fact, it can complete 26,000 cycles without any error, so you can rest assured that your Cricut Autopress is going to be with you for the long haul. Now, one of the most common issues with other industrial-sized heat presses is that they tend to cause accidental burns. Now, if you have used another brand of heat press, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Cricut made sure to create a handle that would not get hot. They also ensured that the top of our EasyPress also wouldn't get hot. And they were able to do this by using certified temperature-rated plastics. Now, our Cricut Autopress is also going to close to a locked position to cool down. Now, as a mother with little kids running around, and as someone who tends to be a little bit clumsy, this gives me extra peace of mind because I know that there's not an exposed heat plate. When I'm done, I can close it and lock it to cool. For even more peace of mind, the Cricut Autopress features a 13-minute auto shut-off timer. So if the Autopress is not in use, it's automatically going to shut off. Unlike almost every heat press currently on the market, the Autopress is not an eyesore. It was really thoughtfully designed with both form and function in mind, so you can proudly display this beautiful heat press in your crafting space. The Cricut Autopress is going to apply pressure based on the transfer material base, the heat needed, and the thickness. So taking all of these varying factors into account is what allows it to offer those flawless transfers every single time. Upon launch, the Cricut Autopress will be available in one color, and that's Mist. Now, this is kind of a grayish color with a slight tint of blue. That's going to match the Cricut Bright 360 lamp. The Autopress is white on top and has the Mist color on the back. It's important to note, this colorway is a little bit different than the colorway of our other heat presses, which were launched in a Zen blue color. When you're ready to set up and register your Cricut Autopress, you will need to have access to a laptop or a desktop computer, as well as a USB cord and internet connection. This is only required for setup. You may be wondering, what are the power requirements for this large heat press? Now, the Autopress is going to require 120 to 240 volts, and it uses 1300 watts of power. It can also be safely used with an extension cord, as long as that extension cord meets the power needs of the Cricut Autopress. So who is the Cricut Autopress designed for, and how can it be used? The uses for this machine are endless, and they really depend on the type of crafting that you want to do. With the Autopress, you can make larger designs, and you can make more items in less time than before. First off, we have our hobbyist. This machine could be used to create personalized projects, and that could be for your friends and family. It could even be for your community. For this type of use, you could create family reunion t-shirts. You could create t-shirts for a school, even a sports team. You could even customize shirts for an entire volunteer group, or you could create customized presents with it. The other user I think of is a small business owner. Now, this could be used by a small business owner to create branded items for their business, for their employees, even for their customers. You could be making t-shirts, totes, coasters, packaging items, and more. And finally, I imagine a DIY business using this. So this could be used to start or even level up your own DIY side hustle or creative business. The Autopress is going to allow you to create professional level quality products. So you could sell apparel, you could customize wooden signs, you could make custom pillowcases, coasters, totes. There's so many more ideas. Now that we have covered the Autopress in depth, let's go ahead and cover the new features that come with the Cricut EasyPress 3. The new Cricut EasyPress 3 is for anyone who wants a guided step-by-step heat transfer experience. It has everything that you love about the EasyPress 2, like its consistent heating, temperature control, and an accurate timer, with a great new update. So this is now a Bluetooth-enabled heat press, and it is going to connect to the Cricut Heat App. Now you might be wondering what's the big difference between the two. The Cricut Heat App is going to take all of the guesswork out of creating projects with either iron-on or infusible ink. With this handy little app, everything you need to know to successfully complete a project and get great results is going to be in the app. The Cricut Heat App is going to allow you to input your specific base material, as well as the transfer material that you'll be applying it to. It's also going to take into account the surface that you'll be pressing on. These little things may not seem that significant. When you add these three factors together, there's actually quite a bit of room for error. Now, what's included inside of our Cricut EasyPress 3 box? First off, you have your Cricut EasyPress 3. You also have your safety base. In addition to these two items, you will get one practice iron-on design. There is also a user guide as well as your safety instructions and warranty. Now, what color is the EasyPress 3 going to be available in? The EasyPress 3 will be launching in the color Zen Blue, and this matches our latest Cricut Maker 3. It also matches the hat press. So what are the dimensions of our new EasyPress 3? The EasyPress 3 will be launching in two different sizes. First off, we have our 9x9-inch press, which weighs 5.5 pounds, and it requires 120 to 127 volts and uses 1100 to 1200 watts of power. Now that is going to retail for $199. The 12x10 is going to weigh 8.9 pounds, and it requires 120 to 127 volts, and it uses 1250 to 1400 watts of power. Now that one is going to retail for $249. You may notice that these prices reflect only a $10 increase from our previous model, the EasyPress 2. So how do you use the Cricut EasyPress 3? The Cricut EasyPress 3 should be applied to your project using gentle or firm pressure. The Cricut Heat App is going to specify the desired amount of pressure based on the materials that you're using. Now, if it tells you that you need firm pressure, that is going to mean that you need to use 2 hands and about 15 to 20 pounds of body weight. While gentle pressure, on the other hand, could be achieved just by one hand pressing down with about 5 to 10 pounds of body weight. You might be wondering though, why doesn't the EasyPress 3 require a lot of pressure? There is a common misconception within the world of heat transfer vinyl that pressure is the only thing that makes the HTV transfer from the backing to its intended surface. Through thorough testing, Cricut has revealed that what's more important than pressure alone is actually having consistent heat that's at the correct temperature and combining that with a little bit of pressure as well as the right amount of time. So I like to think of it as this little triangle. Having a balance of all 3 sides is going to create a truly flawless transfer. Now, our EasyPress 3 features a heat plate that is composed of aluminum, and this has been treated with a ceramic non-stick coating. The heat plate can heat up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is going to maintain a consistent temperature throughout your pressing process. It is compatible with iron-on as well as all forms of sublimation such as infusible ink. A few tips and tricks for getting flawless transfers is to use a flat, sturdy surface when you're pressing items with your Cricut EasyPress. For the very best results, you will need to use a Cricut EasyPress mat. Now, this is a mat that has been specifically engineered to reflect heat, wick away moisture, and protect your surface. You'll want to start by preheating the surface of your material. What this does is it removes any wrinkles, which ensures you have a flat pressing surface. It's also going to remove any possible moisture from the surface, which could negatively affect your transfer. In addition to your preheating, you will want to use the settings that are provided by the Cricut Heat App and follow each instruction as it's listed. You'll want to be sure to apply heat to the front of your project as well as the back, because pressing from both sides is going to ensure that the adhesive material is fully activated and it's able to adhere to your specified base. You might be wondering, does the Cricut EasyPress 3 also offer that auto off feature? As a mother of young kids, my first thought always goes to safety whenever I bring any item into my home. Cricut always goes the extra mile to really ensure that there is safety when they create their products. So the Cricut EasyPress 3 rests obviously in this downward position. It also has an insulated safety base which protects your surface and your hands from heat. It also features this really large handle, you can see right here, which makes it incredibly easy to maneuver. And the sides of our EasyPress 3 are heat-free, so you don't have to worry about accidental burns. In addition to that, we do have the auto off, which will go off after about 10 minutes of inactivity, and that is going to allow you to craft without worry. Wow, that was a lot of information. If you made it all the way to the end, congrats. Be sure to stay tuned over the next few weeks as I release even more details about all of these incredible heat presses. I will be sharing in-depth, step-by-step tutorials for every single one of our brand new machines. Now, do you have a question? Go ahead and leave it in the comments for me below. I love getting to answer questions. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. I will be back next week with another fun video.